This college basketball picks edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Kalshi. Make real money predicting sports. Kalshi is available in all 50 states, and you get $20 free with promo code SGPN. That's Kalshi, promo code SGPN.
Hi, this is Merrill Hodge, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, baby.
Cox.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Ooh, welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
So many things to be happy about right now.
Really?
Well, we have big announcements in the spring football world.
Oh yes.
We have actual spring football taking place, aka the combine, or at least meetings. People complaining about having to be cold ass Indy. And we have college basketball.
Yes, college hoops. We got a bunch of college basketball picks. Ryan, real quick. Well, you know what? Yeah, joining us on the line from the college experience, Colby Dant, aka Pick Dundee. What's happening, Colby?
Keep him in his cage.
I'm glad we're recording, so I don't have to watch Tony Pacitti try to shove this Washington Rutgers game down my throat. It's the only college basketball game on. They purposely don't put these on Saturday where we could just purposely not watch. They're like, hey, let's start early and make these long time college basketball fans suffer.
Well, and shout out to you and Mac, Colby. I think you guys were both on the same page. Gave me Northwestern State -2.5, UT Rio Grande, and Kansas money line. I was on by myself, but that was you were also in Kansas as well, right?
Yeah, there was 9 games yesterday. I went 8-1. I was on Carolina money line.
Ooh, that's a nice one too.
Well, yeah, man.
UNC's legit, right?
I think they've been disrespected by the books. I mean, look, I know they got an injury or two over the past couple games, but the Syracuse line, they were only a 1.5 point favorite. I was shocked by that. I went in on Carolina, and same situation with Louisville. I don't trust Louisville. And Carolina at home was 15-0 in the Dean Dome, make it 16-0.
Let's go. Let's get after it.
How's that UT RGV treating you day after?
You know, you got to get some pills there because you know what? If it goes untreated, you could die, right?
Well, not only that, but that in the same moment, I was also reminded of the annoying manager that McNeese State has. That still carries the boombox out.
Oh yeah,
I think. Wait,
he's
is
back.
he still there? I thought he went to NC State. No,
I thought he
did. He maybe I saw someone posting old clips of him.
No, I saw from his account that it said we're back or something. I don't know. I just saw a video resurface recently with something like we're back.
You might be right actually, because I do now that you're saying it, I remember that he moved. But let's see. Yeah, I don't know. It's unclear.
We're talking about
he's at oh wait, after a brief stint in Raleigh, he transferred back in December.
Okay, I thought so. He didn't like it over there.
Yeah, they
cut it in Carolina.
They didn't give him his boombox. You mentioned you know, the UTI stuff, and Al Capone, wasn't he? He died of syphilis. I'm reading this biography on Kirk Kerkorian, and the book is called The Gambler. It's a really good book. He's this like fascinating character, amazing life story. But anyway, he was the
movie's based on the old school movie.
Which old school movie?
There's a movie called The Gambler with James Caan in the 70s or 80s. Mark Wahlberg remade it, of course.
I don't think so. Cause this guy like didn't want stuff really made about his life. This was like a biography kind of after he passed away. Anyway, very fascinating guy. One of the things I learned, Bugsy Siegel was basically the guy who built the Flamingo. And then he ended up getting whacked right after, but the Flamingo was named, he named it after his girlfriend. His girlfriend was this chick with really long with long legs and red hair that everyone nicknamed the flamingo. So that's how the flamingo got its name.
Well, and I believe this is blowing my mind for two reasons. One, it's rare that I come across a book that I've read and Sean has not. Two, I believe it's the reason why for the longest time the flamingo still maintained a topless pool.
Oh, really?
I could be wrong. Maybe it's urban legend, but I was under the impression it had something to do with like it being. I didn't know. Yeah, lady of the owner of the casino.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. You know, the mob was heavily involved. Obviously.
There was like up until when we were going out to Vegas and staying, like there was a topless pool in the Flamingo at least until like 2010.
Yeah,
maybe
definitely.
more recently.
They might have a couple left floating around somewhere in Vegas.
Did you
also the movie definitely not about him.
And Stadium Swim, not officially a topless pool, but we were there that one time where the chick flashed a guy. Were you, Kramer? You were there.
The response by security when boobs come out compared to when a guy wants to take a picture with a snorkel mask on in the pool. Unreal.
So
no reaction to tits coming out.
This guy was wearing a shirt that said like "I love boobs and beer" or something like that, right?
Exactly.
And he was just walking around, and this chick like fled over and then just flashed him, and I caught like the side of it, and I just go, "Oh man, this Stadium Swim's awesome." So cannot guarantee that experience.
Was that same Masters weekend?
I probably, if I had to guess, because we're hanging out at the pool a bunch.
There's been a lot of trips though; they all kind of blend together.
And speaking of naked, we got a number of requests for this sound drop from one of our best ball.
Number of requests. I had none in my DMs.
A lot of people on the Spotify comments. I answer all questions and comments over on Spotify.
I don't like this.
Where they ask, could we get this as a sound drop? This is Ryan Real Money Kramer from the recent best ball draft we did Sunday night. Take a listen.
Now let me.
I heard nothing.
Yeah, I was going to say, hold on a second. I might have screwed that up.
Oh, great! Now I just seem like an asshole.
No, I did also chuckle. Let me just verify. You definitely didn't hear anything, Colby.
I heard nothing.
Let me try again.
But I am. Bugsy Siegel had a gun range in the Flamingo. I wonder if that's still there, huh?
That's interesting. Yeah, it's so this Kirk Kerkorian guy was just this son of an Armenian immigrant and ended up becoming a billionaire and owned his own, flew planes in World War II and kind of just this cool American story. And he was like, owned the MGM for a while, owned like the film studios. And he's a guy like who kept a very private life, like hated publicity or public appearances, but was very, obviously influential in Vegas and a bunch of aviation stuff. Really cool story.
I don't know if he lived in Glendale, California, or the surrounding areas at any point in his life, but there's definitely stuff named.
Oh yeah, no, he's a famous Armenian.
Well, I know that, but I don't know.
In LA.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if he lived in the Hollywood area or lived up in Glendale, but there's definitely stuff in Glendale named for him. So.
Oh yeah, Armenian legend.
Which
do you have the clip ready now, Ryan?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I got sidetracked, but I do have it ready.
Okay.
Jaxson Dart, I could have naked all day. Well, let me play that again. Jaxson Dart, I could have naked all day.
Kramer, massive Jaxson Dart fan. So I look forward to that getting added on to the soundboard.
But you don't remember making that.
I don't remember making that noise.
Sexual sound.
I was like, Well, it was just a classic Kramer just going all in.
It sounds like you're co-signing it by that. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I'm agreeing that Kramer obviously would like Jaxson Dart. Even though you didn't end up drafting Jaxson Dart in the actual
I was a
draft.
little thrown off by how people sniping me on all the Giants.
Didn't believe in Jaxson Dart enough to take him in the sixth round.
When a quarterback projects in my model to rush for over 10 touchdowns, you like him naked or you like him stacked up.
Well, you didn't like him enough to draft him, Ryan.
It was one draft.
Okay.
It was one draft.
All right. We got a bunch of games ready to go for Wednesday, February 25th. Kramer, let's get after it.
Let's get after it. We have officially reached that time of year where it's silly season and we stack up a queue of games that we've already picked, because of course we were speaking yesterday about games that if you're watching live are happening in the near future.
You get ahead of the market.
Oh, I know, but this it just days start blending together. This is the madness of March. You just and you end up really losing yourself, even though there's very important rule changes to consume and understand for the United Football League. But we'll save that for another time. Which Colby, are you in or out for the UFL Gambling Podcast? The people want to know.
He's out.
When does the season start? When does the season start?
I don't know. You're supposed to know this. You're the host of the UFL Gambling Podcast. As good bosses, we have already we're having internal conversations on how to replace you. So no pressure if you don't want to do it.
Is the bet detective in? Because when J Mark had contacted both of us, we were not excited to answer. And I
really?
I don't believe he did.
Interesting. Well, I mean, love to see J Mark's true passion for the United Football League.
Well, it's a shitty league. They got rid of the tush push too. What are we doing?
Good to see that someone cares about their job around here.
March.
Shout out to J Mark. What's that?
Look, March 27th.
I've heard. Yeah, I heard we got futures
odds. Early week one picks.
We got week one stuff. I mean, J Mark is coming with information. He's prepared. This is a guy who passes all the tests.
Yeah, he's a Bears fan, so I mean, they're the biggest disgrace in all of sports right now.
We do need to have J Mark on to get an update on his opinion of Caleb Williams.
Does he still like him?
Can we pull some clips from the drafting of Caleb Williams? J Mark was not happy. We'll see if maybe he's turned around at this point. All right, let's talk college basketball, which we're now fully into. The lasers have been focused. Dare I say I've been me and my AI companion have been working on a little model.
I did walk into the office and Ryan was talking to AI. It was unsettling.
It is a little unsettling at first until you realize it's a great way. Let's say I don't have a podcast I want to listen to and I don't have a phone call to make. I can have a quick chat and solve a problem I've been thinking about.
It was weird because Garth, my dog, came in. I go, Garth, get out of here. And then the AI was like, "Hello, do you want me to call it Garth?" And I don't know what you had going.
Well, yeah, we were just having I was actually trying to unpack an old problem we had with RSS, single episode RSS feeds to pull back the curtain. So AI was helping me solve a problem.
Kramer, you have to talk about the thing you have pulled up on your computer before we start.
Why don't we get to that first? So most of the time, as we've discussed on this show before, and as Sean will let you know, I pay very little attention to email in general.
Yes, very annoying.
I'd say it's. I think like you keep mentioning the Evan Mai consistency metric.
Yeah,
I'd say my consistency metric on email is strong. If anything, I've been looking at it a little too much lately. But I saw one of these junk emails came in about Colby's show and how they can help improve whatever. Which it was funny for two reasons. One, it said it can help us, but then showed Colby basically ranking number 1 or number 2 in every category. And two, for Apple Podcasts, for some reason, after college experiences,
these are search words.
Yeah, these are search keywords. Excuse me. Working man struggles. And by the way, you're ranking number 2 in that category.
Yeah, who's number 1?
Well, I don't get the breaking bag.
Any thought? I mean, what kind of conversations were you having on the show, Colby? Is this a Mac thing? Is this the gas? Is this fuel related?
A guy trying to get to work runs out of gas. This is working man struggles.
Well, we shit on his life a lot, whether it's him going to Steve's Tacos. Yeah.
It is a lot of like Mac not being able to find a phone charger. Where does Mac leave his charger? Mac's internet going out. So this really.
Well, is that a phone charger or a wallet? I saw that he went back to the bar to pick it up.
He was claiming and he's claiming people steal his stuff and he's just a drunken idiot. And you know, damn well the bartenders, when they see him come in, they go, "Oh God." Like, you know, this guy's back. All right.
Just hear me out. He's AC Slater after college. after after a job back at college.
Yeah,
that's what he is.
Same sunglasses.
I like the zany adventures that Mac's social media. I mean, honestly,
I think as married guys, you can live vicariously via Mac and going Mac to school.
Yeah,
I do enjoy him going to Billy Ray's Tacos every Tuesday and then saying, "Hey, Taco Tuesday was great."
The West Virginia known for their tacos.
Yeah. Well, you don't know if you don't know. All right, now is everyone good to talk about?
Let's nice SEC matchup.
Okay, let's talk about it. Georgia, Vandy. I was trying to think. I think the last time we talked about Georgia, well, I guess Georgia just in general has been slightly disappointing. But I think the last time we talked about him was in that Texas game, and we all got it wrong. We lost.
I nailed that one.
Did you? Oh well, then I got it wrong. Yeah. I lost. I thought we were on the. Wait, am I incorrect? Am I misremembering?
In Athens, like in the past week,
we faded Georgia recently. I thought and got it wrong.
I think you and Sean maybe. Yeah.
No,
I took
Kramer and Colby took Georgia laying 3. I was on Texas.
So you got it right. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
No. Hold on.
That is the most recent time we've talked about Georgia basketball.
You're right.
They also won at Kentucky the game before that. So your analysis of them being disappointing is completely fucking wrong.
First of all, that's not what I said.
Talk to AI more. All right.
I think
when did I last fade Georgia?
That would be a good question. We can probably ask Gemini that right now and it would answer. Georgia, Vanderbilt laying 9.5 at home against a Blue Cane, and the boys are back apparently. And I've been on it the whole time. Colby, you've been backing Vanderbilt on the stupid court on the stage.
And I see it down at 8.5 right now, but what Vanderbilt obviously coming off of the crushing loss. Tennessee when they were up a good amount of points in that game too at one point. I mean, Georgia's got 2 straight good wins. I think Vandy needs a little more with back-to-back losses. So I will lay the 8.5 with the doors against Georgia. Georgia is on the verge of having the best season in Mike White's tenure and really the best in a while in Athens. They're 1 win away from at least tying up the most wins they've had in a decade.
Georgia with back-to-back wins on the road at Kentucky, at LSU, Vandy back-to-back losses. This is tough because I don't know. Vanderbilt, as good as they've been straight up at home, they haven't been great at covering numbers. Sitting there right around 500. Interesting matchup. The Vandy offense has been good. A little bit better at the free throw line, offensive rebounding. Georgia's actually pretty good, and they're getting a decent amount of points. Kramer, I assume you're on Georgia. I'm hemming and hawing here.
Well, I had to go back and check my foundation. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking of. I haven't faded. I just had
You've picked them every time.
I know. I just realized I've not taken Georgia in any single matchup. So yes, I'm going to take the points here. Great opportunity. I also think, as you point out, Georgia has some interesting advantages here. So we'll take the points. And maybe we consider the money line later.
I'll go Georgia in the 8.5. They've been good on the road.
Vanderbilt's cold.
Vanderbilt, it's just a big number for them. They haven't been covering big numbers recently at all.
Coming off a dream crusher there against Tennessee.
I don't know if that's a dream crusher.
Oh, come on, we're materializing a handicap here.
Well, you would think they're good off a loss, but they 3-5 ATS off a loss, so it's not a lock that they bounce back off a loss. They've had a 3-game losing streak earlier in the season against conference Texas, Florida, and Arkansas. So them losing a 3rd game, certainly possible. I don't know if they get the cover, but I'll take Georgia in the points.
All right. Strong start. We disagree with Colby. Will Colby be on Vanderbilt on his show?
Yeah. Tune in.
Florida. And that game was 4 p.m. We're talking about games on Wednesday, the 25th. If you want to hear us talk about the games today, full episode, a clean hour and 45 minutes, scroll down on the podcast feed or YouTube feed. 4 p.m. in Austin, Florida, Texas. Big matchup here in the best conference in college basketball per Ken Palm. Florida laying 6.5. This Texas logo is glowing. Again, Colby, where are you hanging out in the internet that you're finding logos like this?
I'm deep in deep there. Look, I got programs saved. You should check out the folder on my computer.
Oh my God.
Thousands of photos and shit. It's wild.
We got to get that
dossiers. I got a dossier of you guys.
No.
You know, we got, but I'm on the horns here. Horns have been all over the place this year. And just to remind you, the shitty team in the Big 12, Arizona State, still beat Texas. I look, the only thing that scares me is College Station's on deck. That's the only thing that makes me hesitate here. Florida's won 7 straight, but they have Arkansas on deck with Calipari. So if anything, I don't think Texas A&M moves the needle as much in basketball. And I think Florida and Arkansas is more of the look ahead spot. So give me the horns. Also, this new arena, to their credit, and to Matthew McConaughey, all right. Like that place gets fucking bonkers. That's a real good home environment to me. I think they stay within the number. Florida may win the game, but give me Texas in the points.
This one's tough. Florida's been great as a road favorite, 6-1 ATS on the number, but you dive in, and Texas hits almost 4.1 percentage points more. Florida, though, really good at offensive rebounding. They don't hit their threes, but they also just don't take a ton of threes. It's kind of not their game. They've really been, I mean, considering they won the title last year, kind of slept on a little bit. Colby, do you think that's accurate? Florida's underrated considering they're the reigning champ.
Yeah, I mean, they lost Walter Clayton Jr. and anytime you lose, like, that dude played so ridiculous in the tournament and really the whole season last year. And they replaced him with Xavier and Lee, and that just hasn't worked out. And then Boogie Flan, as much as we know he's talented, he's had his ups and downs. But I still think their bigs are super elite. Like the guards, make me hesitate. They have like a little bit with Michigan, where Michigan looks so fantastic, but I just wonder, it takes normally good guard play, elite guard play, to win the national championship in March. And I don't know that they have that.
Yeah. Well, and is Texas going to be the team that like makes you feel that pain? Probably not.
But Texas offense is very good. They get their offensive rebounds, but Florida, really good defense. And Texas's defense is the weakest unit on the court. I'll take Texas here, but I'm a little nervous about fading Florida. I feel like every time I fade them, they just keep rolling.
I was just going to share some self-scouting. I've not been very good. The only time I've gotten a Florida game right all year is one of the 2 times I've picked Florida. So little self-scouting, as again, lasers being focused. I got to take Florida here. Colby nailed it too. This game will be decided on the boards. Big men will be too much, I think, for Texas.
All right.
Slide. Excuse me. Next up, St. John's, UConn. This was a game we referenced as a look ahead spot for both of these teams last time we talked about them. St. John's now catching 4.5 against the Huskies. This one's being played not on campus, but at Hartford. Colby, that's correct.
Correct.
4 p.m. on the West Coast, 7 p.m. local time. UConn minus 4.5. Maybe I should have a snow handicap here. See a lot of people who choose to live around snow and ice complaining about snow and ice lately, Sean. I don't know if you've seen that.
I have.
It's
shout out to Cousin Mush. He's buried.
Pretty interesting. And by the way, Cousin Mush, I mean, he does, his brother does, I'm guessing, own multiple snow plows. So come on. Now I'm going to get he's going to scold me via text message. UConn, great looking Husky, laying 4.5 at home. Colby, I'm never going to choose evil in the battle between good and evil. The question is, do you think Pitino's the good or the evil in this equation?
That's a good one. I tend to think he's the evil. But
it's more like 2 evils, like the mentor and the student.
Yeah. I'll take St. John's though. Pitino's won 3 in a row. And really, when you look back his first year there, they were pretty big dogs. They gave them trouble, with the exception of one game out of the 6 times they've played, because they played 3 times that first year. This season, the series is 3-3, but I would say St. John's has been more impressive. They had a 5-point loss in the Big East tournament the year they won the Natty, but they covered. And then that same year, earlier that year, a 6-point loss and even a 4-point loss at the XL Center. And that was St. John's in year 1 for Pitino. Then you look at the Iona game. Remember Iona, the year they won, UConn won its first Natty. Iona gave them the biggest fits of anybody in the tournament.
That's right.
Go back and watch that tournament. Iona had a halftime lead and they were sweating that game.
They did win by 24.
Still, I think Pitino has his number. Give me the points in St. John's.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. St. John's is a dog. We can just start there. Is always a good spot. 2-0 ATS so far this season. But on the other side, this Connecticut team has been horrible covering as a home favorite. Now, I don't know if they, whatever true home game. I'm sure this is obviously it's in Connecticut, but UConn 3-12 ATS is a home favorite. I think this is this is a 1 possession game. St. John's is going to be in this. They're live on the money line. Give me St. John's in the points. Kramer, what are you doing here?
So I mean, he's lost 3 straight to Pitino, straight up. Like that's all that really. That's all. Yeah, that's all that really matters. But last year they played in stores, so maybe he's actually dictating where the game's being played. So
the last time it was in Hartford was year 1 of the Pitino era in with the Johnnies, and it was a 69-65 win for UConn, but they didn't cover that thing. They didn't come close to cover. If anything, Pitino I think 6-0 against ATS against him.
Also, as a Rhode Island guy, I'm sure he knows a good diner in the Connecticut area.
Oh, there's plenty.
Just off the highway.
To know when to come.
Everyone's heard about those Connecticut rest stops. So we're all.
So it sounds like you're on St. John's. Right?
Oh, I'm 100% on St. John's. I tried to get Colby to say that Rick Pitino is good and Dan Hurley's evil, but he said they're both evil.
Okay.
No, I said Pitino. I think I would teeter towards saying more evil.
Teeter, really? Ooh. More evil than Dan Hurley? No way.
With Pitino, dude, there's such a.
There's a slime ball history.
Yeah, it's a little worse.
Hurley is just annoying. I don't think he's.
You're being a racist right now.
I mean, what has Hurley ever done? He's a dick. He yells at people a bunch, and he's kind of annoying some of his whining and complaining.
Yeah,
but
yeah, he didn't have an assistant get married so they wouldn't testify against him. You know what I mean?
Well, what's wrong with that?
Correct.
This is racist. This is pure and simple. This allowable racism of Italians and Italian Americans that is acceptable in this culture for some reason. It's disgusting. You guys can't take Rick Pitino.
We're all on St. John's
after this slander.
Shout out to Kalshi, real money prediction market, legal in all 50 states. Obviously, a bunch of good trading opportunities over on College Hoops. Made a nice little trading profit over on Kalshi yesterday in College Hoops. And of course, it's not just college basketball; it's all sports, and it's not just sports, entertainment, politics, anything you want to trade. You got a hot tip on what Trump will say during the State of the Union? Feel free, fire away over on Kalshi.
And Tua Tag Ovalia.
I don't know if
the quarterback.
I don't know if Tua is listed on the words he will say, but again, bunch of fun markets. And I just saw some movement on like the next team, Ryan, of a bunch of guys. Max Crosby. Now there's reports that he's staying. Is he staying? Is he not? If you got an angle, Kalshi's a great place to play it. Download Kalshi today and use our promo code SGPN. New traders get $20 in their account. T's and C's apply. That's Kalshi. Promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm. The Rhythm is gonna bet you picks, prop sides, total. Rhythm has it all. And I'm looking at college basketball model again, doing very well in the college basketball totals. They're also doing really well on some of these random NBA player props. Let's see here. Since December, 5-0 on Day'Ron Sharp rebounds. Nehemiah Queta rebounds, Colin Gillespie points and assists. They, if you combine all those, it's a crazy 20-6 run. So a lot of good opportunities on the player props market. Let's see. Here we go. Here's something that Rhythm likes. Coastal Carolina laying 1.5 at Georgia State. If you're watching live, get in on that. Rhythm likes it. And of course you can build your own models or just tail Rhythm. If you want to go premium, use the promo code SGPN25. That's RITHMM, promo code SGPN25.
And we continue. 4 p.m. Another Big East battle. Butler, Villanova. We're in beautiful Bryn Mawr, Pennsylvania, not Philly, totally not Philly. Villanova laying 9.5. This is, I've never seen this Butler logo before. It looks like the dean is like a lady dean.
Yeah, it looks like something your wife, like a nightie your wife would wear to bed. Like,
yeah, what is this?
This is Butler basketball, classic private school stuff,
Look at the hips on Butler basketball. I mean, this is a dean who gets freaky off the clock.
Gets in trouble with the student.
Oh, I think she knows. I think what do the kids say when you can dribble well, you got good handle? I think she's got good handle. Great
handles.
I think she's got great handles. I mean, look at those hips. They don't lie. I mean, this is the most. This might be the. And then the eyes. This is really.
Kramer's really horned up on this Butler logo.
Well, you played the Jaxson Dart thing earlier.
I mean, I'll start. This is a smash play. Villanova's great off a loss, 4-1 ATS. Butler is trash. This Villanova team's solid to very good. They're going to roll it up here. No reason not to take Villanova laying the big number. Colby, I assume you agree, right?
I do not. I will take the points. And Butler. Thad Matta gets his 500th win. He announces he's retiring. I think the players are playing for him right now. They've won 2 in a row since he did that. So give me the points and the Bulldogs there in Philly.
Villanova, very consistent team, hence why they've been good off of losses as they get back to that consistent level. So, yeah, you're crazy to fade Nova here. Kramer, what are you doing?
Butler, the much better rebounding team. They got Finley Bizjackson, which I know is your boy.
I do like that name.
The defense has been a problem, but I feel like it's been getting better, and they're showing some heart for Coach Thad Matta here, who has coached in a national championship. So you can go ahead and say better coach on the Butler sidelines.
Well, Colby officially got me off Butler there with his bullshit fade Colby's heartfelt coach handicap.
Yeah, anytime he falls in love with the coach, you got to be weird.
That's the best handicap situation.
Give me Villanova on campus. Gotta love that. Although Sean, you got to talk to the guys about the free throw shooting. It's pretty disgusting.
Oh, they're at 68.8%. Not a huge
their
difference
box is
against
pretty. I can tell
they need to step it up.
This is why Sean's trying out new analytics platforms. He doesn't like how dark red Villanova's free throw shooting box is on Ken Pom.
It's troubling.
It's too. I mean, he's going to join Colby's fight against Ken Pom soon. You guys are like Mel Gibson and his family and the Patriot, like out there trying to take him down one shot at a time. Maryland, Nebraska, another 4 p.m. tip here on the West Coast. Lincoln, Nebraska, beautiful part of the country here. Again, how many people in the audience right now, if we showed them a map with no words or state borders on it, could point to Omaha, Nebraska, to Lincoln, Nebraska?
I mean, Nebraska is a tricky state to find. I'll give the
no
audience
lines or words. Do you think you could? How close could you come?
Oh, to where the city is in the state?
To where? No, a map of the country.
Yeah.
No state lines or words.
No state lines. Well, then what?
You're just saying this, the map of the blob of the United States. How close do you think you could get to Omaha, Nebraska?
Nebraska, I could,
because once you see the state lines, it's easy to recognize.
Wait a second, this is Lincoln.
Sorry, Lincoln.
Yeah. What the hell is going on?
Well, I'm thinking about the state. We're Omaha. I'm thinking about steaks. I was doing some grilling on Sunday. Anyway,
I mean,
I could find Nebraska on a map.
As a map man, I think I could nail it.
Yeah, come on. Colby's a map guy through and through.
Oh man, I need to figure out a way to do this test. I think you would be way off. I think both of you would be way off. And
I
I
don't
think
think you
most
realize how much I've stared at a map of the United States.
Yeah. Colby, when we travel, Kramer, he doesn't bring a phone. He doesn't bring headphones. He just opens up the state of
it's gonna
just
check the map.
what does the in-flight magazine have? They don't even have in-flight magazines. So Colby
I
just
used
stares.
to like those when they used to have the map in the magazine.
Remember they had like the mall catalog and they had that phone you could call people.
Yeah,
Those are the
it's
days.
always you're sitting.
My
next
parents
to,
are always like, "Don't ever make a call on that. That is so expensive."
Yeah, everyone had
Basically,
that
our
same
family
fear.
would be bankrupt if you took the phone off the hook.
Yeah, don't touch it. Everyone knows. You're sitting next to a real psycho on a plane when they pull up that flight tracker 5 minutes into the flight. You're like, oh dear God, that's Colby.
Yeah.
All right, Maryland. Hopefully they know how to get to Nebraska because Nebraska's good at basketball. Minus 17.5.
Yeah.
Huge number here. Do we want to? What's the state of buzz?
They're showing some life for him. Just cashing them as a dog against Washington the other day, outright, and they covered at Northwestern the game before, and they're getting healthier. I think that's a big thing. That's why I'm all over the Terps in the 17.5. I know it's a strange road trip, which it's just strange. I mean, but I just think Nebraska's kind of came back to life here, and I think I love Buzz when he's a ridiculous dog. I think Nebraska wins by like 10, 8, something like that. This line's off.
I'm with you, Colby. Nebraska has screwed me a couple times. I feel like where it's been, the spread's been 10 and then they're, not playing or not, the other team's not fouling on those last couple of possessions. And they're like 500 ATS at home. I don't think Maryland has a chance to win outright here, but I think they can keep it to single digits. So I'm with you. Maryland is the play.
Yeah. I don't think the money line's live either, but I mean,
Kramer,
I will say Buzz is as great as a dog.
This is true, but he's also, I mean, he's also not been great as a dog this season.
Some of that was injury shit though, dude. They had a lot of their guys injured. I feel like
they're
not going to be able to keep up scoring. Like
they're 3-2 straight up their last 5 games with a win at Minnesota, beat Iowa at home. Then they lose to Rutgers and at Northwestern, but then they come back with a nice win at home against Washington.
They covered against Northwestern. I think Rutgers is the only game they didn't cover there. We were on them several times on the money line. We took them at Minnesota on the money line. They were a pretty heavy dog there, and then against Washington they were a 3.5.
All right, I'll take Buzz one more time. But when he loses by 28 in this game, I'm very disappointed by his outplay. And you know what? I think it might have something to do with the social media team in Maryland. Like I have not seen one.
You're disappointed because your photos no longer. You didn't publish them in time. Your little photos down there in college.
He's like
no.
He's like 2 teams behind.
I gotta know. They have not shown me one time a good replay of him taking off his jacket with pit stains. I don't like that. Tells me I don't know if he's 100% in. But you guys convinced me. I'll take the massive spread, even though Ken Palm does like this by 19. So
yeah,
hopefully 17.5 is enough.
Well, Ken Palm's full of shit.
Yeah. Here we go.
No, I'm with Colby.
Grab the muskets. Charlotte, North Carolina. Oh, for a Charlotte, North Texas game, Colby. We don't have all day. Texas laying 1.5. As we all know, this is Charlotte, of course, the 49ers, not named for the gold rush, which they're insinuating with the logo Colby's selected. But in fact, for the year, the university almost went under, but was saved by a hefty donation. Charlotte is catching 1.5 points at home. Colby?
Yeah, I'll take the clit here. So look, Charlotte's still alive to win the AAC. The reason why there's going to be a few of these AAC games on this slate tonight, and a lot of it is because of the circumstances that we have. Now we have South Florida, which we'll talk about in a minute. They're on the road, and then I believe they get they get Rice and then Memphis. They have a 1.5 game lead on the rest of the conference, like Tulsa and Wichita State. UAB's 2.5 game backs. Charlotte's 3 games back, but Charlotte also plays South Florida. So they're very much alive to still get. There's 4 games for every single team remaining, and the fact that Charlotte does play the team in first place, they are very much alive to get there. I will take the Clits here. This is a far trip from Denton, Texas. Not very high on this North Texas team in general this season. They struggle to score. They go through like they're just to me they're like one of the slower teams in college basketball. They're 350th, I think, at 3-point field goal percentage. They're just not a great offensive team, and I like to fade that when they go on the road. So give me the Clits to take care of business there at home. Yeah, I think that crowd will show up for them too.
Yeah, I mean, North Texas is one of the worst offenses in the nation, and you look at obviously they have a good defense. That's how they hang around in these games. But I'll happily take Charlotte here as a home dog, and I think the wrong team's favored in this spot. I think Charlotte wins outright.
I agree.
And not that it's that controversial as a small little yapper, but I'll happily take the 1.5. Kramer, what are you doing?
I believe this also fit. If you tune into VSiN, the Follow the Money guys were touting a producer Luke trend.
Yeah. So it's not a 1.5. So basically he looks at
I'm going to explain what it is. He looks at the 3 major analytical sites, which all have Charlotte favored, by the way. And I'm pretty sure. Am I wrong?
I don't know that for sure.
I have. So anyway, when all 3 of the analytical sites have a team favored, which in this case they do, double checking count. Yeah, they do. And that team is a dog. That's the play.
I like.
So Charlotte's the play. Here. Charlotte's the play, and I believe it's on some sort of crazy. Let me pull up his page. But yeah, I mean it's on a crazy. The trend is on an insane heater. Let's see. Yeah, so it's up to 35-10 ATS over the last 45 games.
Woo! Let's go.
So Charlotte is a setup release.
It's a play.
4:30 p.m. on the West Coast. We're all on the Clits, as Colby calls them. 4:30 p.m. on the West Coast. 7:30 p.m. in Providence, Rhode Island. Providence, Xavier catching 6.5 here.
So this game was supposed to be today, and the snowstorm pushed it to tomorrow, which benefit for us because we didn't have enough to fit it in yesterday. So, and this is intriguing because obviously, Papa Patino coached at Providence, and there is speculation. There's already reports. I think it's a bunch of bullshit. I think it's a bunch of bullshit right now, but there are reports that if Providence offers Richard Pitino, I'm sorry, his son, who's the head coach of Xavier, that he would leave for Providence. I think it might just be a bunch of, Providence internet is strong. The fan base, it's like an SEC fan base. So I don't know if there's validity to it, but I could kind of see it. I could kind of see it being that he grew up in the Northeast, and I could believe that he would maybe leave. Didn't he go to school there? He might have even went to school there.
He needs to do a little. He should Google Ed Cooley Providence before he decides.
Dude, no, he's a grad. He's a Providence grad.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm just saying, Ed Cooley loved Providence too. He's got to be careful.
But I'm on Xavier in the points. I'll take Xavier in the points.
So you think he's trying out? You think this old tryout?
Yeah, Providence, I also think Providence laying a big number. I don't like the thought of, even though the building will be lit. Will it be as lit with this snowstorm? Is a good question though.
Can't get anywhere. Providence defense 181st in the nation. I think it's tough to lay this big of a number against Xavier here. I'm with you, Colby. Xavier is the play, and Providence trash fan base. Give me Xavier plus 6.5.
Shout out to Mush. He's saying he doesn't think they're even going to be able to play this, even with it being a day later.
That's boots on the ground in Rhode Island.
It's not going to be lit.
No.
You think kids want to do anything with the shoveling snow and getting places? No, they'll just hang at home and be on the internet. I'm sure that's still, although if the internet doesn't work, maybe it will be lit.
Then they'll have to.
Also on Xavier, although I almost pulled the trigger on a spiteful Providence play here, but I agree that the non-litness makes it, and the Patino. I didn't consider that. That would be electric, because then when Patino goes back to Providence to play Providence, it's also against Patino. Those would become one of those like electric Saturday games where you see the people lined up at 4 a.m. waiting to get in the building. Yeah. Then it might gain the respect of us back. Tulsa, Tulane. We're in New Orleans for another 4:30 tip out on the West Coast. Tulsa laying 5.5. Great logos for this one, Colby. No notes. And I see you have the Devlin Fieldhouse on the screen as well. Did you want to say a couple words about Devlin Fieldhouse?
That's one of the best stadiums in all of college basketball. I mean, you look at the history of who's played in this joint. I mean, this thing's been since 1931. This place has been rocking. All right, one of the better stadiums. And if you're in New Orleans, get out to Devlin Fieldhouse and check it out. Tulsa is a game and a half out of first. It's a gigantic game for the Golden Hurricane as they hit the road here. The problem is Tulane is red hot. They've won. L. Ron Hunter, Battlefield Earth here, has got the 4 straight wins for the Green Wave, and now like first off, I love him as a dog. It's when Hunter is a favorite that I worry a little bit, because I feel like preparation. But when they're a dog, the Brumball, the kid from Georgetown, the deaf kid who's a beast, he's been balling out during this 5-game stretch. I think Tulane's going to catch Tulsa. I think moneyline's live. Give me Green Wave here. It's easy to see a tide turn.
Yeah, I mean, this is interesting because Tulane actually has been bad. ATS is a home underdog, 1-4. Not been great overall as a dog this season, but on the other side, Tulsa's not been covering these decent sized numbers on the road. I'm with you, Colby. I'll take the hot hand here. I mean, you look at their season long stuff. Obviously, it's not very favorable to Tulane, but they've been playing good basketball, peaking at the right time.
Not sure if I mentioned this too. Like Tulane is still alive as well.
That's why. That's why I like them. Like
game. This is a playoff game right here. Yeah,
playoff environment at home in Devlin Fieldhouse, where they've been 1-4. ATS as a home dog. I'm still taking them. Tulane plus 5.5. Kramer.
Colby, is he allowed to take Tulane after what he did to
That's a good point.
Ron Hunter?
That's a very good point. I saw Weekend at Bernie's too, so I know how that works out. That might shit on our whole bet actually. Like he might ruin my bet because of him breaking Ron Hunter.
I'm a little worried about this. He said, get this guy off, get this disgusting person who's going to sit down on the sideline of a basketball game, have some respect, and then broke him into pieces. And my has way too many things to do that's more important than fix the bobblehead daughter, has not gotten around to fixing it yet. And so here we are. We don't have.
This is a much more dangerous play than I realized.
Yeah, I'm also on Tulane. Love the play. Love the inclusion of Devlin Fieldhouse in the conversation.
Pistol Pete once played there. Pistol Pete, you got to remember Pistol Pete Maravich.
I've read that Ken Palm is also a huge Devlin Fieldhouse fan. So once again, we're bumping into similarities between Pick Dundee and Ken Palm. South Florida. Rice, we're in Houston, Texas. It's now 5 p.m. on the West Coast. South Florida's laying 10.5. The Bulls.
I mean, this is one that South Florida is in first place. They're just looking. I don't think this can clinch because they still play the teams right behind them. They've won 5 straight. Yeah, they can't clinch yet, but I can tell you this: they better get this one because this is the biggest doormat left. The remaining schedules: Tulane, Memphis, and Charlotte, who are all 3 in the mix. Well, I mean, I guess Memphis has fallen back a little bit, but Memphis, obviously, probably the most talented roster, at least by pay, remaining on their schedule. But guess what? They've never lost to Rice. Now, I will say this: they played earlier this year on January 28th. Rice covered against them, and Rice was beating them a lot of the game in Tampa. So I think there's a lot of pressure on South Florida, and they're a team that's I think not used to this pressure. Give me the 10.5 in Rice on this weird road trip down to Houston, Texas. I think Rice can stay within the number. What's up?
Rice 6-0 ATS is a home dog this season, and to your point, whatever it is, they've been able to hang around with South Florida. I think 10.5's too much. They'll lose, but they'll keep it close. So yeah, I'll take Rice in the 10.5.
You guys got to hear what the so in the beginning of South Florida, back in the 60s when the university was created, they when they were figuring out the mascot, 62, they had a vote. Here were the finalists. We could have been talking about the South Florida Buccaneer, like singular, Golden Brahma, which is what they went with, aka the Bulls, the Olympian, the Cougar, or the Golden Eagle. I mean, we're at a bit. We've done a lot of history lessons on schools coming up with mascots. Very boring. Very boring
I
choices.
I think I would have done the Buccaneer. You know, I like when cities like go like the fact they're in Tampa and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are there. I like it when the city, like, it's almost like like Pittsburgh's all black and yellow, right? For the most part, like all of their pro teams are black and yellow. I like that. I think that's cool. They leaned into that. They should have done the Buccaneer. Now they shouldn't have, those choices were all dog shit though. I mean, Buccaneer was the only cool one, really. I guess the Bull a little bit.
Well, and do you know when so of course the reason the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are called the Buccaneers is that Tampa loves pirate. They've had a Gasparilla festival since 1904, Colby. So they've been doing pirate parades from before.
They snowed on this year's one. I saw in the news when remember the snow hit Florida.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Yeah, pretty wild.
Yeah, very, very, very interesting. Anyway, we learned something every show. So you guys are gonna take Rice, huh?
Yep,
it's
cute.
A big number. Look.
Give me South Florida.
They've never covered this number in Houston.
Never.
That's fine.
Never, ever. Yeah.
Colby's been saying never ever a lot lately, and yet here I am with the wooden pole and 2 giant buckets of water over my shoulders. Walking down the road, Central Arkansas, Austin, Peay. The Governors. We're talking about real big programs here. I don't know how Colby snuck this one in. Clarksville, Tennessee, 5:30 p.m. here on the West Coast. The Central Arkansas Bear looks like something that happens in the context of a psychedelic, and the Austin Peay Governor looks like something you'd also experience when under psychedelics. -3.5 at home for the Governors.
All right. I mean, this one, I was really looking forward to this one, and both teams, it kind of had, if you didn't, this race has been quite hilarious. So the Govs have won, what is it? It's a good, like 10, at least 10 in a row. I think maybe even 11 in a row. And they've won like, they've won like 15 or 16 of 17. I think it is. The last time they stepped on the hardwood, actually it was not the last time. It was the time before that against, so they were able to beat Jacksonville by 4. We covered on Jacksonville though, but the North Florida game, it was terrible. North Florida's terrible. They had maybe the luckiest win of the entire season. Once again, a great sport that doesn't need the NBA advance the ball timeout bullshit.
Oh, I saw that play. That was insane.
Oh my God, that ending was ridiculous. Maybe the game of the year. Austin Peay was about to give up first place to Central Arkansas, but Austin Peay pulls that out their ass. Central Arkansas, who had won 10 in a row, just had it go against them with Florida Gulf Coast with the same situation, similar to the one where it was almost a baseball pass. Thank God they couldn't advance the ball or would have ruined this awesome ending. Florida Gulf Coast ends up getting them. And now Central Arkansas is 2 games back, but there's still opportunity because they play right here in a gigantic game. Austin Peay, the Govs got him in the first matchup, I believe. So Central Arkansas, this is a must win for them on the road there in Tennessee. I kind of think Central Arkansas has been playing better basketball of late. So I'm going to take the points here. The only problem is like, does Florida Gulf Coast ruining their win streak, bring them down back to reality after
Dream
that
crusher?
stretch? Yeah. But I can tell you this game is one of the better games I think on the whole card. Especially knowing that there's still, like, Austin Peay still has to go to Bellarmine. So they could lose that game there, and then Central Arkansas could end up with the 1 seed for next week. But you know what? I'm gonna lay it. Actually, I think that Dream Crusher thing. I think Florida Gulf Coast got him. I think. I think the more I think about it, I think you should lay with the Governors here as they return home.
Yeah, Austin Peay is having a great season. I'm not getting in front of this Austin Peay freight train. Only laying 3.5. I get it. UCA coming in here with a bunch of motivation, but Austin Peay is going to be up for this game. They've been great at home, 7-3 ATS, 10 in a row, and they've 14-1 or no, sorry, 3.
They did employ. They did employ Molly Line Mac for a little bit though. Does that concern you?
Well, maybe they don't have the greatest screening process, but who am I to judge as someone that also employed Moneyline Mac? If anything, they know a good character when they see one. Austin Peay -3.5 lock potential.
Do you know what Austin Peay is most known for? As he was, of course, a Tennessee governor back in the day, 1920s. He signed. He signed legislation that made it illegal to teach any sort of evolutionary science in the schools.
Okay.
Yeah. Made it illegal to suggest that humans might have come from monkeys.
I ain't related to no monkey. I don't know about you, Ryan.
Send the teacher right to jail. Again, just very interesting. Trying to learn something new every day. As you remember, one of us, when we went full FCS in the spring, was It was a Governors fan by adoption. I'll join you.
That
guys.
was me.
I know. I'll join you guys.
Okay.
I think he has a jersey of Austin Peay, doesn't he?
I do.
We all got. Yeah. We all. If I remember, we all got jerseys of our adopted team.
Austin Peay was my team.
I believe there's a Wofford jersey somewhere in the office. Although we also don't ever need to bring it back out or talk about these types of teams.
We Hawks.
Just a note for
what's the third future. Website you use again?
Evan Maya.
No, but I think Luke's formula is hoops is in there.
Oh, hoops is one of the sources.
Yes, of projected numbers.
Oh, okay. I don't have hoops' number for that Charlotte game. We should verify. I'm guessing if those three all agree, hoops.
Just saying.
Colby, when are you gonna offer a hoops like solution where you create spreads for every game, every day? The people want to know.
Well, we could work something out. Maybe if someone gives us a bunch of money, you know. Yeah,
I like that. I like that. Colby's for sale.
I'm never gonna say never on that. But
I have Greg Peterson's beer review sheet.
Oh, nice.
I don't have.
You don't have his. What do you mean?
I don't have the.
There's a number for that too. He gives those numbers, right?
Oh yeah,
like 6.5.
There's like 1,000 beers I'm slipping through.
I'll never forget. Shout out to Hoops Peterson, but one time he didn't trap me by I show up on set for his show on VSiN. He reaches in his backpack and he gives me an IPA, and then I crack it on air, and then we didn't talk about this pre-episode. We didn't talk about this. So he gives me that, and then when we cut to commercial, because you can't have beer on the show. I go, well, why'd you give me a beer? It's a strange thing to just give me one beer. Yeah, that is entrapment. I mean, you don't. Yeah, come on. I mean, I love Hoops Peterson, but I haven't forgotten that.
You just cracked open a beer?
He passes me one solo beer, not a 6-pack, not a tall boy, just one beer. Right,
you're a savage.
And I open this thing, start drinking it, and they're giving me
on
crap.
The air.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Can you believe that?
Savage.
Why would you? I missed the. Why would you? If you're gonna do that, why would you not? Aren't you? Isn't he telling me to taste it, knowing that he does beer reviews? Like,
kind of, but also, I mean, you got to know better, Colby. Can't be drinking beer on the air. I like the entrapment though. Anyway, moving along, and I do have those numbers up in front of me. I'm trying to sort it out and find Charlotte. I don't see him. I don't see a tab yet. So maybe Oh, here his tabs are out of order. All right, yep, also a favorite there, Sean.
Oh, great, we're locked in.
We ran it all the way down. We confirmed it, assuming he's using one of those 4 sources, or 3 of his sources are coming from those 4 sources. All right, we've moved along. We verified Charlotte's going to be a lock for that reason. Texas A&M, wow, that's a logo that needs a corresponding parade. Arkansas laying 7.5 at home. Very cool Arkansas logo as well. Minus 7.5 in Fayetteville. 6 p.m. on the West Coast. Come on, what are we doing here? I know what I'm doing, but are you two? Either are you going to get cute with Texas A&M?
No, I think I'm gonna lay it with Arkansas because A&M. Well, they haven't played yet this year, but I just think Arkansas needs kind of a statement. It's a rivalry game too. It's an old school Southwest Conference rivalry game. They're 14-1 at home. A&M, I thought, got very fortunate to get past Oklahoma. I just don't know if they're ready for Bud Walton Arena here. And I do think Calipari's teams are one of these ones, especially at home, but in general, he's like John Cryer. He's getting the young players still. So at the end of the season, these guys are playing their
peaking
best
at the right time.
Yeah.
Awesome Hogs logo. They've been great at home. 10-5 ATS. Good time to fade Texas A&M. I'm riding with Woo Pig Suey Kramer.
Yeah, no, I just check. I checked with you guys first. Either are you getting cute with Arkansas or with A&M? No, Calipari's on one. That overtime game, they got unlucky. Colby will disagree, but they got unlucky so many times. Very
no. You're right. Once it got to overtime, but Missouri, Alabama had a. Oh, you're talking about the Missouri game?
No. I'm also saying I'm going to say Missouri. Fortunate to get a cover there.
That's true.
In that spot.
That is true.
But yeah, no. I mean, I think right now, and we'll maybe have to have this discussion come March Madness time. But I think Calipari's all the way back for me. I'm probably gonna. There's gonna be money lost on him if he doesn't deliver.
Is he an Italian American of the Week nominee?
I don't usually do week. I like to see a larger sample size than that. But I got my eye on it.
Signetti won last year, right?
Yeah, we wrapped well, of course, we observe the NFL calendar, so our year wraps when the Super Bowl ends. And Signetti was 100%. Although I will say, Anthony Campanelli, defensive coordinator of the Jacksonville Jaguars, gave him a run for his money. But yeah, we'll see. The basketball coaches always start strong with March here, and Calipari, big win. This would be a nice notch in the old eye tie of the. We'll go with. Of the at the end of college basketball, we'll give one out for March Madness. Mississippi State, Alabama. That Alabama Arkansas game from last Saturday was electric. Alabama laying 14.5 here against Mississippi State, who has been, I don't know, mostly. How's the consistency metric for them? They've been mostly ass this year.
It was a 5-point game in Starkville. I'll say that, but like, gosh, man, it is hard to get a read on Hail State, man. But I still think
they've been all over the map.
But that's where have they been
Mississippi State? Yeah.
I feel like they've mostly been on the bad part of the map, but
they're on a 2-game win. Or no, they're not because they lost to South Carolina, right?
They lost to the Cox.
That's hilarious. They lost to South Carolina, but they beat Auburn and Ole Miss, and they won at Ole Miss. And they're just a strange team this year, man. Like they beat Texas at Texas. They're a hard team to really get a read on. I'll take the points though, because I think Bama, like the only thing that scares me here is Mississippi State is, aside from Hubbard, who didn't he go for like 49 last week? They just are offensively challenged, but they gave Bama some trouble in the first matchup.
I'm with Colby. I mean, yeah, Mississippi State's been a tough team to get a read on overall, like I was saying, but Alabama has not been great, like covering numbers at home. 4-9 ATS. Mississippi State's kind of playing.
And arguably have on deck.
Tennessee.
That's a rival at Tennessee, who's top 25.
This is an easy look pass for them for Mississippi State. Mississippi State. I mean, arguably you could say playing some of their better basketball, 2-1 straight up with a couple nice wins there. and even they hung around at Missouri. Obviously, they won at Mississippi, so I think they're going to make this a game. They won at LSU. They've been decent here in this spot, so I'll take Mississippi State in the points.
The last time they played Alabama, Hubbard had a bad game by his standards, points wise, with only 23. In the last stretch of games, he's been putting it up, including 32 and 46 in those 2 wins you were referencing.
That 46 point game.
But then in the South Carolina game, only 13. So certainly it's going to come down to, and a lot of that was 3-pointers. He was 10 for 16 from 3-point land. So it feels like you guys are on the right side as well. I agree. Situationally too. You mentioned the Tennessee Alabama look ahead spot, and just in general, it does seem like Alabama. I mean, watching Alabama is crack, and so certainly could get destroyed in this one. But I like taking it, and like you said, Hubbard's on a heater, and so we'll play the hot hand. Next up, 6 p.m. still on the West Coast, Ohio State and Iowa. We're in Iowa City, Iowa. Another place I think a lot of people would fail to be able to point to on the map if there were no lines or words. Iowa laying 6.5 here. So what? Ohio State not a serious sports program when it comes to college basketball? I don't understand.
It's weird because, but I mean, historically, with their history, you would think they would. I mean, I know they're football first, but you would just think that. And nowadays, you've seen Alabama go all in basketball, right? Why wouldn't Ohio State do the same? Cheap hire with Diebler's cookies there or crackers. I mean, he's still got them in the tournament. I think if it ended today, but not by much. McCollum and Iowa are one that I like to play at home. They play at the third worst pace in the country, so it's like taking on a triple option team. And the way they shoot, just in general with Bennett Sturts, he can go off. They won by 7 at Columbus. Or wait, no, that was. Who am I thinking of? That was not Ohio State. Yeah, that was not Ohio State. So this is the first meeting. I like that even better. In a way, I was actually going to say
pivot.
Maybe we take Ohio State in the points. Let's lay it. I think like these Big Ten coaches that haven't faced Ben McCollum, I think they struggle, especially the first matchup. So, and then you add in Iowa coming off of a loss at Wisconsin. It's a back-to-back away situation for Ohio State. They were in East Lansing on Sunday. So give me Bennett Sturts and company in the top 100 rated defense and the 25th rated offense for efficiency to take care of business against Ohio State.
I was great off a loss. That's kind of where it begins and ends for me. 5-2 ATS, and Ohio State's been fine on the road. Iowa hasn't been great at covering bigger numbers at home, but Iowa off the loss, I think is all you need to know. So give me Iowa. Kramer, what are you doing?
The Indiana game is the one I was thinking of.
Ohio State has a massive sports program and budget. How is it they don't have a big time coach?
They played for the national championship. What, 2005, 6 with Greg Oden?
A lot has changed in that time.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Give me Iowa all day. Although, I mean, this is one that I would imagine based on what the numbers are at some of the sites, probably gets smaller before it gets bigger. So if you're getting involved with Iowa like we are, maybe we wait a little bit.
Yeah, because some of the advanced stuff has this closer than the spread is currently.
Yeah, and so shout out to them opening the number before the games from the day before, but I think it's going to shrink up a little bit. Next up, so we've been doing a strong job of agreeing here lately.
Have you know that currently Miami, Ohio has a 25-point lead on Eastern Michigan?
How about, can we get an update on Notre Dame? Duke?
They are down 19. Notre Dame is.
Okay.
Losers. Knew I shouldn't have faded my Duke.
Looking okay with my Duke play.
So we're all on Iowa.
Yes.
We all are on Iowa. Yes.
All right. Next up, I don't know how this happened. Colby managed to sneak Gonzaga. Why would we need to talk about Gonzaga and Portland?
Why? Because this is the
Spoke-
number one upset of the entire college basketball season thus far. Portland Pilots won as a 26-point dog in Portland, or 25-point dog. Just February 4th, I think it was.
One of the saddest court storms you'll ever see.
It's very sad logo as well for Portland.
6 p.m.
Well,
on
at
the
least
West
he has
Coast.
a pipe.
Yeah,
I respect that.
he's a pipe smoker.
Especially
Portland-
in the great state of Oregon. They smoke there.
Better than they smoke a lot of pipes in there. Yeah, they need to update it to a glass pipe for Portland because that's the type of pipes they smoke in Portland. They may as well put a light bulb in the guy's mouth instead of an old pipe. I mean, if Portland looked like that, where it was just some happy sailors with a normal tobacco pipe, the streets would be safe.
Yeah, it would be a different vibe. I think it'd be safe in some regard and maybe more dangerous than others. I did if we want, I did pull up the court, the saddest court storm we'll ever see before we pick this Portland game, where Portland is catching a crazy 26 and a half points. Well, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. So look at this. I mean, what were you saying? They were 26-point home dogs, Colby?
Yeah.
Win outright.
Look at this guy. He's talking so much shit. He's talking so much. I mean, he's thinking about what's going on that night. I mean, look at the fury they're rushing the court with.
There's at least 20 people on the court.
Colby, what is everyone just being orderly and going in what? This is not a storm.
It's a drizzle.
I believe
Drizzling the court.
Here's the problem here. They only have my high school had more people enrolled at their university than Portland. So that right there, they don't have, and then you got to know half of, Oregon or the Pacific Northwest don't like sports anymore because, they discovered drugs. So that's some of it. Also, they deserve the storm, so they're probably not thinking they're going to win the game. So that no one probably showed up because they've only beaten them like 3 or 4 times in their whole existence. So,
first top 10 win ever for Portland, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they probably didn't think, hey, we should go to the game tonight because we're playing Gonzaga. But it was the biggest upset of the season thus far, and that's why it deserves to be on this card.
Got it. So
and St. Mary's is on deck for Gonzaga rivalry game. The only problem is, do they have their attention?
Yeah,
do
of
they
course.
have Gonzaga's attention after beating them and storming?
But the counter is Portland can hang with this team. Maybe they're not scared of Gonzaga, and I don't think they're going to win again. But is it crazy to think they could keep this game close again?
I mean, I think they can stay within this number, especially with Huff out. There's no reason to play Huff. It is the Kennel, though, which is one of the best home environments in all of college basketball. But
they shot 20 free throws, 80% from the line. They shot 44% from behind the 3-point line, and they shot 66% from the field. I'm going to get, and meanwhile, Gonzaga shot under 70% from the line, only made 10 of 33 pointers, and shot 45% overall. I have a sneaky suspicion we're going to have regression. I also think we're not going to see Portland out rebound Gonzaga 32-27. I mean, this is a box score that just screams.
They're not going to win the game, but there's still a world where they cover 26 and a half.
Yeah. Also, there could be a world where they're flying Michael Irvin out for the festivities because Belt is being placed to ass in this game.
Look,
I'm going to go with Portland.
Gonzaga's got Huff injured. They're not going to play him for this game. They'll probably, if they're going to play him, I think they play him for the St. Mary's game, if not the WCC tournament. And this is their final year in the WCC, but they haven't really. I mean, okay, they blew out Washington State by 30, right? But Pacific they beat by 9, right? St. Mary's, this is the game's at the Kennel, by 8. Pepperdine by 24, right? Santa Clara by 12, Seattle by 8 in overtime. Loyola Marymount, they did fuck up Loyola Marymount by 35. But that's when they had Huff. I think that injury does matter. Give me the points and the Pilots.
Let's go.
Zags win by 22.
Give me Gonzaga. Come on. You guys are cute. You got too cute here. UNLV, Grand Canyon, another 6 p.m. tip here on the West Coast. We're in Phoenix, where Grand Canyon is laying 26.5.
Lay it.
Sorry, laying 7.5.
Lay it.
So you're just basing this on the fact that Grand Canyon just lost at home to Wyoming.
It's going to be so lit there.
I mean, well, one thing to say is UNLV has been good on the road, right?
Yeah, that's what I was going to point out.
But
and they've been playing really good basketball.
But UNLV also did get Grand Canyon just on February 7th by 2 in Vegas. So it's a revenge spot for the Antelopes, and the Antelopes, they're only 3 games back. This is a pivotal game, and UNLV is 1 game behind them. And UNLV wins this, it'll be a tiebreaker to push them above Grand Canyon, regardless of how they fall. So I'm going to lay it in this building. They don't lose back-to-back home games in this building. Are you kidding me? Lay it.
Oh no. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but they're currently on a 2-game home losing stretch.
Oh no, Kramer. How dare you?
New Mexico.
That's right. That's right.
So they don't lose 3 games in a row in this building, but do they cover? UNLV seems like they're very aware of the number. They've been good on the road. Now the counter is Grand Canyon has been good ATS off a loss, but I like this UNLV team. I think they're kind of underrated. I'll take UNLV in the points.
You're telling me they're going to lose 3 straight fucking home games? No way.
No I think, I think UNLV covers. Kramer, what are you doing?
I've been here before.
I love this Rebels team. And look out when we start doing our conference tournament previews coming up. Look out for those Rebels.
Hear me out though. Okay, touche on the back.
I'm listening.
Who are the best 2 teams in the conference? San Diego State lost at the Antelopes home, right? Then Utah State. They beat Utah State by 10. Utah State's in first place in this arena. They're gonna figure some shit out. Fade Pastor.
You're not. Well, New Mexico did beat them there. So
I know, but Olin's a really good coach. Pastner's not. Sundance Wicks in Wyoming, very good coach. Pastner's not.
Well, I mean, I think we've all been at the roulette table where we're trying to maybe reclaim some losses from somewhere else, and it goes bad, and you just martingale it until red finally hits, and that's what this is for.
Wink Martindale it.
Yeah, you martingale.
Martingale.
You wink martingale it. Which I don't know. I don't know exactly. And Colby, if you're not up to speed on the latest from Wink Martindale, he was going to take the Jets job and then showed up, and Aaron Glenn pulled a fast one on him and decided to let him know he wouldn't be calling plays. And Wink said, "Cool, I'm out."
Yeah.
So
well, I mean,
he's still doing his thing. Anyway,
he's under investigation because he good friends with Sharon Moore, and they didn't make the best decision making. Actually, I think they were at odds. Sharon Moore was convinced that he was going to take his job from him, even though I don't even understand where the fuck he got this information. Like he wasn't even a candidate. What are we talking about?
That's now Wink's last 3 jobs have ended with him being fired because he doesn't get along with his boss. So I'd say that's not great for him. And coming back to the game, Sean's insane for trusting Josh Pastner at anything but looking funny under a clear welding mask during the pandemic. Give me Grand Canyon
on the road.
They're not losing 3 straight, just like Colby said.
Roll. Hey, a reminder: we're brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. They just jacked up their payouts. That's right. 2 pick entries now pay 3.5x. 3 pick entries pay 6.5x. Colby, what do we like in the college basketball market?
I got you here. We're gonna go with first. Let's go to that Texas game. Jordan Pope, the former Oregon State Beaver.
Okay.
I like the higher 11.5 points. This is a smash play. I know Florida's got a good defensive team, but I mean, come on, Florida's guards are the liability. Jordan Pope's a senior out of Oakley, California, and look what he's done recently: 17 points against Georgia, 18 points against LSU, 15 points against Missouri, 13 points against Ole Miss. Those are his past 4 games. But even if you dig deeper, he went for 28 at Bama, 17 against A&M, 14 against Georgia. He's been hitting this over 11.5 pretty much every game, with the exception of the South Carolina game. So let's take the higher on 11.5 points there with Jordan Pope. And then let's, he failed us last time, but I think this is a good spot for Alex Caravan here. Because Caravan, the first matchup against the Johnnies, he went for 17 points. Right now, his point total's at 11.5. He just went for 12 at Villanova, 18 against Georgetown. He really let us down in that Creighton game where he only scored 2 points. I don't think for UConn to even be in this game against the Johnnies, he's going to have to contribute. I think he's going to know that. Hurley's going to know that. They're going to have to feed him. So give me Alex Caravan higher than 11.5 points there against the Johnnies. And then I'll even add you a third one, right?
Let's go.
Really?
Let's go to Jalen Sellers. Have you guys seen this kid, Jalen Sellers at Providence? Talk about dog. Dog. Let's just mention his last 5 games. At DePaul, 21 points, 6 boards. Right then, the Johnny's game, 13 points, 7 boards. The game prior to that, Seton Hall, 23 points, 6 boards. How about the game before that? DePaul again, 21 points, and then Butler. He went for 36 against Butler. His higher lowers at 18.5. He's done this in every game except the Johnny's game. And guess what? Butler is a bad defensive team. I'm sorry, Xavier's a bad defensive team. So I think Jalen Sellers higher than 18.5 points.
So we got Jordan Pope higher 11.5 points, Alex Caravan higher 11.5 points, and Jalen Sellers higher 18.5 points. $100 entry returns you $650. Underdog Fantasy promo code SGPN, so they know we sent you, and you get that bonus. Play $5, get $75 in bonus entries. Underdog Fantasy promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Novig. Some of the best prices in the sports landscape can be found on Novig. Available in 35 plus states. If it's available in your state and you're not signed up, you're leaving money on the table. Get that reduced juice. Get the best price in the market. Download Novig today. Use that promo code SGPN so they know we sent you. And you spend $5, you get $50 over on Novig. That's Novig, promo code SGPN.
And we're back. Fun fact about Jalen Sellers: he attended the same high school as the author of the Hunger Games.
Great fun fact.
Yeah,
we have a very book-oriented audience. We will love that fact.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe this is this allows you to pretend to your wife like you did some reading. Hey, honey, you know what I read about today? I'm sure
I read about it on the Sports Gambling Podcast.
I'm sure. Well, quick aside, but in the current state, are you allowed to say you read something if you're listening to an audiobook? How do you tell someone
it's a book? How
do you tell someone when you listen to an audiobook?
I usually say I listen to the audiobook.
Okay. To me, it doesn't feel that different. It's consuming information, and you don't have to tell your wife that. You just say you read it. If it's intelligent information, it's intelligent information. SMU heads out to California in one of the oldest rivalries in this fine country. Although I do have to imagine that these underground organizations have been doing business for some time. Cal Berkeley catching 3.5 points at home against SMU in Berkeley. 7 p.m. tip here on the West Coast. The SMU horse looks like it is looking for something to get that fix settled down.
So what's interesting here is this is probably the biggest game in California basketball in a decade. They're the first 4 out right now. The schedule is pretty kind down the stretch here. Now, it's Cal, so they could fuck it up. But I'm saying this is the biggest game remaining. You win this game, you got to think you're looking pretty good down the stretch here. They have not been to the tournament since 2015, where they lost in the first round with Quanzo Martin. They haven't had a winning season since 2016, right? So they're already going to have a winning season. They're sitting there, at like 19-8 right now. I'm just thinking like this might just be a stadium play. Like you got to figure these dudes this place is going to gotta be lit for this one. This is the biggest game in a decade. Give me the Golden Bears and Mark Madsen to get this thing done. They storm.
Wait, they storm. They storm. 3.5 point dogs.
I just think to me it's.
You don't think that's a storm?
It's a mini storm. I do like Colby's handicap though. This is a huge spot for Cal. They've been good at home. I don't know if we can really trust SMU as a road favorite.
I mean, SMU is certainly the better team. The SMU is very young too. They're 3-5 on the road. One of the things with Andy Infield's bunch, even when I interviewed him back in October, was he said this is the best team I've ever had at SMU, and even better than his USC teams. But he said we're all young, one of the youngest teams I've had. So I do worry about them on the road. That's something I faded all year. But at home they're fire. But man, how about just Cal being in the spot? It's been so long since they've been in the spot for a gigantic basketball game. You saw it on College Game Day.
The fans show up. The advanced numbers would say SMU, but I'm with you. I like the stadium arena handicap. Give me Cal as the home dog. Kramer, what are you doing?
I think the analytics would say SMU. I also think it's one of those games where you wonder if SMU is going to look like they have a decided advantage on the glass. And I will real quick. Did Madsen, where did he go to college, Colby?
Stanford, buddy.
Interesting.
Stanford, man.
So you think he's going to help the enemy?
You know who
this is the ultimate
leading scorer is? Do you know? I know we haven't talked much ball because you guys have been focused on your nonsense, but
here we go.
Do you guys know Scottie Pippen's son is the second leading scorer for Cal? Justin Pippen. Okay.
Good for him. Hopefully he has a better career than the Jordan kids, other than Jimmy Butler. And I guess Anthony Edwards now. A couple of Jordan's kids have turned out all right. So Scotty's got to do some catching up to. I'll lay it with SMU. This is Colby getting cute with the coach. Wisconsin, Oregon. By the way, someone did reach out in my DMs and sent me a very long-winded response around travel and the conversation we were having over which basketball team is traveling the most. It was Stanford and Cal was actually the answer to the question. And the Big Ten, you were right, Colby. The Big Ten had a big lead on pretty much everyone else, which is pretty shocking.
It's the dumbest shit ever.
Mick Cronin's onto something.
Yeah, they claim to be so smart. These Big Ten schools and everything, and the conference is dumb. It's just dumb.
Well, no, they just don't care about athletes and their well-being. Like the player safety stuff is the part that's the bullshit. They don't care about what it means for the teams or the players to have to travel more. They just see they're just chasing those bags, Colby, and that's why we're only 2 years into these things, and we're already hearing these universities bellyache about how they're losing all this money, which that's the cycle of college. Complain about not having money, renegotiate television deal, spend money in a ridiculous fashion, and then complain about having no money to spend on your football program.
My favorite is how everyone shits on Notre Dame for being independent when eventually all these schools will go independent. Like Oregon will be independent, I think. So why share the money with Wisconsin when you have Phil Knight?
Wasn't it? I think I saw a clip from Wetzel talking about that very topic and essentially alluding to the fact that there's probably 10 to 15 programs right now that would be, and that's more what we started
at. I mean, what did we see? Notre Dame, I know they didn't make the playoffs this past year. They should have. But the year before, they made I think it was $40 million. And Ohio State, who they lost to in the national championship.
Again, I'll continue to ask the question.
Made 11 or something. It's just what? Why would you just strengthen Notre Dame and you won the Natty?
Yeah, what is a conference getting? I mean, I guarantee if you're Texas or Oregon, you break off, you'll still be able to make a scheduling agreement with a conference.
Well,
If you
and it helps your fans. Like your fans want to see you play Cal, because guess what? That's a 6-hour drive. Instead, you're playing Rutgers.
yeah, no, I mean,
where's Rutgers located? Most people in fucking Oregon have no idea what state Rutgers is in. Right?
Maybe. You think it's like a Nebraska situation? I see. Yeah, no, I 100%. I don't understand it either. I think I don't understand what money that you're getting from the conference that you wouldn't get directly without a middleman.
Everyone keeps talking about how there's going to be a break off and like I don't think that will ever happen because of state legislation, right? I think like in North Carolina, they make you fucking play everybody, right? And they'll cut your tax dollars off. They have a law in North Carolina where the NIL goes to from the state taxes. You know what I mean? Like so, like. But,
that still works, right? Like if anything, that saves the sport because all the local politics drives all these rivalries coming back.
So I think the real thing that will happen in 10, 15 years or whatever, when people talk about this, is these teams will just split off to being independent. They'll still schedule the big games. Like Oregon will still play Michigan, but the rest of their schedule will be centered around teams right around them instead of fucking Wisconsin.
Yeah, I think you'll essentially see a lot of the old Pac-10 teams, go back to having a lot of the same Pac-10 opponents.
Yeah,
I think certainly what you're going to. Well, you're also with the California schools specifically. Like there is some bad blood there with the way that UCLA, a public school, broke off and kind of left Cal behind, and so I'm sure there will have to be some amends paid. Anyway, Wisconsin laying 4.5 in Oregon. In the what do you call this place, Colby? There's no logo on the screen.
The forest.
I will be on campus in Eugene sometime after March Madness, so look out for me.
Eastern Michigan's cut this down to 6, by the way.
They were up. Miami of Ohio was up huge.
Mush by Colby.
As I say that 3-point play by Miami, Ohio, though. Look. I fade the mileage. I think Wisconsin. I know I gave them out as a potential Final Four team. Still like that, but one thing I trust more. I think is Dana Altman. Even in a shitty year where he's 10-17, they just won on the money line for us at USC. They went to Penn State and took them down. They played Indiana well. The only game that was a true blemish was the Minnesota game. Give me the Ducks to knock off Wisconsin. Line's short for a reason.
No thanks. Give me Wisconsin on the road. Oregon's been horrible at home. 5-10 ATS. This is a down year for Oregon. To your point, Colby. Yeah, they got up on the road at USC, but I don't think they're going to get it done. I mean, they just look at how bad they've been at home. They ran, they beat Penn State, sure, but they lost by 17 to Minnesota. Lost by Iowa by 18. Lost UCLA 16 points. Like they're just not getting it done at home. And sometimes bad teams struggle. Like the pressure's off when you're on the road. I think they paid a lot for this basketball team not meeting expectations. Wisconsin rolls, and someone said they deserve not to get the staple sound effect, but
really,
I'm still giving it to them. Give me Wisconsin.
Last year when they had to do their West Coast stint, they did well in the first leg. They beat USC by 15. So I'm with you. Staples travel well, right? That's one of the things they're good at, traveling. Responsibly traveling. I think Staples good at that. Lay the points. Good luck, Colby. Still, also when Oregon's not good, court kind of an asshole move. Kind of annoying when you have an annoying court.
Yeah, if your team sucks and you have a crazy.
Court. Like if Boise wasn't good at football for the last 2.5 decades, it'd be like, you fucking assholes have this blue turf. Get the fuck out of here. Next up, we got St. Mary's and Santa Clara, which I'm guessing you have to also mention. This is a look ahead spot for St. Mary's. 8 p.m. on the West Coast. St. Mary's laying 5.5.
I almost think this is the bigger game though for in Moraga, California.
Yeah, beautiful Moraga, California.
Well, the reason why this one matters is Santa Clara caught St. Mary's back on January 17th in Santa Clara, won by 8. the winner of this game is going to at least get the 2 seed, which is substantial with that ridiculous bye system the WCC has. So
cannot wait to discuss tournament bracket structure on
Isn't
our
it the
conference
best?
tournament previous. Colby is hot takes.
The Sun Belt doing it is the biggest shit show. The dumbest logic of all time in the Sun Belt. This one, you can at least make your case, and it makes a little bit of sense. It's still stupid, but this game is really gigantic, absolutely gigantic game here. Santa Clara does have Oregon State.
Sorry, Colby. I got the what were you calling this? The flying V?
Yeah, the boomerang.
Obviously you're trying to give your best team like the least amount of variance to get in, but you can have a little bit of like, you don't have to do this all the way down. Like have your bottom, 4 teams play in a play-in, and then have it start and give your top seeds a bye or 2. The ACC has the double bye format, and we used to clown the double bye. To have a what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a quad bye system. They've just made a mockery of brackets. This is not what a bracket was meant to be, Colby.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. It's going to be interesting. I wonder what the tiebreaker would be in the WCC, because let's say St. Mary's gets Santa Clara here, and Santa Clara is 1 game back, but Santa Clara beats Oregon State in the final game in the regular season, and St. Mary's loses to Gonzaga. Then they would be having split the road season or the regular season, split that, and then they both would be 15-3 in conference. So I don't know how they decide who goes. But that 2 seed is gigantic. The 1 or 2 seed, it actually doesn't even matter the Gonzaga game. Just get the 2 seed, right? Like, sure, if you win it, you're going to get the 2 seed. But I'm just saying, like, this dumb bracket, this is the bigger game than the Gonzaga game, because you still might get the tiebreaker when it's all said and done. I'll lay it too. Revenge spot. St. Mary's got lost by 8 the first one. This will be tight, but free throws at the end of the game will get us home. St. Mary's by 7.
St. Mary's is the best team in the nation at hitting their free throws. 81%, huge advantage. Although the Santa Clara team is not bad. They're going to be an interesting team in the conference tournament, but and yeah, their analytics look pretty good. Honestly, if you're just looking at the numbers, this should be probably like 4.5 or 4. But I'll stick with you, Colby. I like the revenge angle, better free throws. St. Mary's is the play. Colby Kramer.
I believe the tiebreaker will be net rating. So after the head-to-head, after their conference win-loss, I believe they go to net rating.
Wonder who would be higher, especially after, because right now it's not even worth looking at it right now, because St. Mary's plays Gonzaga or plays. If they beat Santa Clara, that's going to boost the net rating, and then they play Gonzaga, which I would imagine they lose probably, right? Which would then, it's still probably going to help their net rating because it's the second game against Gonzaga.
Especially if you
keep it close, right?
Yeah. I guess we could. Are they even close now? Santa Clara's 40 and St. Mary's is 26th. So St. Mary's has a pretty.
You win this, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
I think you win this, you're good. This game's gigantic. This might be the biggest game of the day. The one next I think is bigger, but this is probably the second biggest game of the day.
Are both of these teams in the tournament?
Outright? No, they're gonna right now. No. Like
Santa Clara is according to Bracket Matrix bubble team, and St. Mary's is not in.
I see St. Mary's as a 10 seed on Jerry Palm's bracketology right now, but I do not see Santa Clara.
Yeah, I think St. Mary's probably gets in regardless, and Santa Clara would probably have to win the tournament. Right?
It's just crazy because Santa Clara's been fucking good this year, but
yeah,
life in the mid majors. They're gonna, what's gonna be interesting next year is when Gonzaga's in the Pac-12 and Santa Clara and St. Mary's and whoever else. I mean, maybe Portland or whatever are battling Seattle, battling for who's going to be the new top dog of this conference.
Yeah, my mistake. St. Mary's is a 9 seed on aggregate, and Santa Clara is on the bubble. So to your point, that probably need more than just a win in the regular season here. Yeah, also going to take the home team. Give me St. Mary's. And all that's one note. The St. Mary's logo you used, Colby's hilarious. YouTube.com/sports gambling podcast. Last one, Utah State, San Diego State.
Biggest game of the day.
On the campus of San Diego State. I was there hours ago, maybe 2 days plus. San Diego State laying 1.5, 8 p.m. tip. I mean, just more insanely good logo work. Colby has been on a buff bovine kick lately with the
roided out bulls.
It's just a lot of bulls with muscles. I don't know what kind of shit he's been Googling on his. Gotta be careful there.
Bulls.
You gotta be careful there.
Man, it probably trickles down from been watching a lot of fullback highlights lately.
Oh well, hopefully nothing's trickling down too much.
Aztecs are the play here, guys. Look, they were on a 2-game skid. That they lost in Logan 3 weeks ago, and that game was close. Came down to a huge shot by Utah State. Revenge is on the mind. Viejas Center, one of the toughest buildings to grab a dub in. I think San Diego State's going to take it to Utah State and reestablish that they are the 1 seed in this conference tournament. Winner will have first place. Winner will have first place in the Mountain West with just I guess theoretically, you got actually. Winner will have the 1 seed for right now because there's still 4 games left, and San Diego State still has to go to the pit. So, but I'm all over the Aztecs here. I think it's a get right spot for them.
Yeah, 5.2 percentage points better at the line. San Diego State still has that awesome defense. Defense matters late in the season. San Diego State gets up for this game. They get it done. They cover the number. I'm with you. Aztecs. Kramer.
And this was dangerously close to being one of those where a lot of places had the other team favored, but not a unanimous consensus. So I'm with you. Let's take our gals.
So everyone on San Diego State laying the 1.5. All right.
And I just confirmed with Luke, Charlotte is a go.
Charlotte's a go. And our locks and our dogs brought to you by Novig. Head over to Novig, download the Novig app, use our promo code SGPN. $5 turns into 50 on the Novig app, and using that promo code SGPN. Colby, or do you want to start? Who started last episode?
I started last
Colby
episode.
started.
Okay. Colby, what do you got?
Let's lock up. Let's go to Grand Canyon -7.5 against UNLV. Let's also take. Give me Maryland +17.5.
Oh no! What do you do? What you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that.
Ridiculous line. Ridiculous line.
Call me. We don't. I mean, Buzz has hurt a lot of people this season.
Austin Peay -3.5 against Central Arkansas. As the third lock.
Jesus.
The dog. Lot of good dogs here. Dog. This is tough deciding which one I like most. Let's go with Cal wins outright.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Cal on the money line.
That's spicy.
I'm with the Colby. Austin Peay -3.5 is a go. It's a lock. My other lock, I'm taking Luke's system from Follow the Money. Give me Charlotte +1.5. Other lock, Iowa at home, laying the 6.5 for my money line dog. Ooh. I do like Colby's Cal play. I also like St. John's. See, I mean, he kind of has Hurley's number. You know what? I'll go. X gonna give it to you. Give me Xavier on the money line. Providence snowed in, low energy at the dunk. Kramer, what do you got?
Should we talk about that DMX back and forth
with him figuring out Barack Obama?
Yeah.
Well, he uses the N-word like 25 times.
Well, just in general, it's
it's tough to read on air. But there's a interview of in 2008. I guess someone asked DMX what he thought of Barack Obama, and he had never heard of Barack Obama. And then just his takes on the situation were very, again, DMX learning about Google. That's a great video.
He basically didn't believe Barack Obama was a black dude's name.
No,
it was pretty funny. Yeah.
Kramer, what do you got?
What
3
happened,
locks
Colby?
and a money line dog.
We got a dust up in the NC State Virginia game going on.
Nice. Nice.
Wahoos are currently up 13 though. That's not good. Kramer, where are you going?
Great transition back to me. Lock number 1, St. John's plus the points. Lock number 2, Charlotte, as I mentioned earlier in the program.
I do like
That's a
those
lock.
two. Those are two good ones, buddy.
Yeah,
You're coming in strong.
And Grand Canyon lay the 7.5.
Really strong blocks by Kramer.
Don't fade the reps.
Fade that doughboy pass there. Dog. Ooh, per usual, I don't have a ton of opportunities to play a dog, but we did say we liked our boy Elron Hunter. Little worried Sean's on the side of Tulane, but give me Tulane money line.
Wow, I'm catching strays here.
Well, you did physically harm in real life, IRL, as the kids say, Mr. Hunter.
Any thoughts on a parlay? I like Colby's cow, but
Got a little Johnny's with Cal and Tulane.
all right, I'm in.
No thanks. I got a better one though.
Okay. Kramer, what's your parlay?
Well, it's we're gonna theme it up. We're gonna put some good Italian Americans together. We're gonna take Xavier.
Okay.
We're gonna take St. John's. This is all with points.
Oh,
So we're taking the points with Xavier. We're taking the points with St. John's, and we're gonna lay the points with Calipari.
okay. Arkansas -7.5. All right.
And we're gonna call this parlay "Stand Up Against Racism."
All right. Yeah. The NFL stands up against racism.
No,
so
it
does Ryan.
ends racism.
Oh,
the
that's
NFL
right.
doesn't stand up. For
It is over. Thanks to the NFL. Great
ends
work.
Yeah.
As always, by the National Football League. Make sure you check out the College Experience wherever you get your podcast. Daily Picks podcast, picking every college basketball game against the spread. We got a ton of college basketball coming up. 'Tis the season. And of course, while you're over on Spotify, toss us 5 stars. Always appreciate that. Answering all your questions and comments over on Spotify, and download that SGPN app. It has all our picks, all our podcasts, completely free in one convenient location. And of course, as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
for the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the Money Greenies. Ryan,
College basketball is back.
Kramer, let it ride.
I'm wet. I'm wet. I'm wet. I'm